No, na ke kuai kana hele hele ia la ia ke ki o hu e ka ua gogo. O na kino malu kalani malu e ho ulu ana o laka I kona maukahu. O makono, o makono, o makono.
Hi, I'm Eric Quam. I'm the creator of Regenerative Decision Making. Regenerative Decision Making is a tool in the form of a decision-making process usable by human beings everywhere for reversing the planet's cascading ecological crises and allowing the planet to heal itself. In my last video, I showed you a decision-making process through which human beings everywhere want to make decisions that scale back the extraction flows and pollution flows of the human enterprise. I showed you that such a decision-making process is one through which human beings everywhere want to adopt regenerative options. I showed you that a regenerative option is either 1, a things we extract option that takes less things we extract from the biosphere. That is, it takes less things like forests, water, wildlife, soils, and minerals from the biosphere. Or 2, it's a things we use option, like an energy option, a water option, a materials option, a food option, or a manufacturer's option that puts less pollution into the biosphere. I showed you that lessened extraction measured by an increase in the number of species in an area can be called a regeneration benefit of a things we extract option, and that lessened pollution measured by an option avoiding more pollution than it incurs can be called a regeneration benefit of a things we use option. Just because an option delivers regeneration benefits does not mean that people will want to adopt it. If a regenerative option does not meet a human physical need for food, for water, for heat, for shelter, or for transport, people are not going to want to adopt it. Similarly, if a regenerative option that meets a human physical need costs more money than a non-regenerative option that meets that same need, people are not going to want to adopt the regenerative option. If people want to adopt a regenerative option, they need to persuade themselves of 2 things. First, they need to persuade themselves that the regenerative option meets a human physical need. In other words, the regenerative option has to work. It has to perform. It has to deliver nutritious food or drinkable water or a habitable building or safe transportation or usable electric power. If a regenerative option meets a human physical need, if it works, if it performs, it is said to deliver performance benefits. If a regenerative option does not deliver performance benefits, people are not going to want to adopt it. Second, if people want to adopt a regenerative option, they need to persuade themselves that the regenerative option avoids more costs than it incurs. In other words, the regenerative option has to deliver cost savings compared to the non-regenerative option that people are currently using. If the regenerative option avoids more costs than it incurs, it is said to deliver economic benefits. If a regenerative option does not deliver economic benefits, people are not going to want to adopt it. To recap, a regenerative option that people want to adopt is an option that delivers performance benefits because it meets a human physical need, that delivers economic benefits because it avoids more costs than it incurs, and that delivers regeneration benefits because it's a things we extract option that increases the number of species in an area, or that delivers regeneration benefits because it's a things we use option that avoids more pollution than it incurs. Regenerative options are super important because human beings everywhere wanting to adopt regenerative options is how we can reverse the planet's ecological crises. In my next video, I'm going to show you a regenerative decision-making process through which people everywhere persuade themselves to exponentially adopt regenerative options and reverse the planet's ecological crises. Until then, I invite you to subscribe to my Regenerative Decision Making Substack channel at www.erikkvam.substack.com and my Regenerative Decision Making YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/@regendm. That's at REGENDM. Thank you for listening, and aloha.